Hi, thanks for joining me at Mind Trainer Meditation this week. I'd like to talk to you this week about what is the actual experience of taking a class with Mind Trainer Meditation and learning meditation with me. So, first of all, let's talk about the couple of different ways that there are to learn meditation with me. First, if you're interested in learning meditation with me and you do not live in the province of Nova Scotia, and specifically in the Annapolis Valley region, I do offer to teach meditation online. Initially, my idea was to use the ever popular Zoom app to do that. However, the free version of Zoom, which is all that I use, allows for only a 45-minute meeting. And I find that to be a little bit rushed. So I do ask clients at this point to join me through an application called Google Meets, which is also a free application, but it does allow us to have a 1 hour meeting. So typically it takes between 45 minutes and an hour for a meditation instruction lesson. It doesn't actually take a full hour to do this, but there are some preamble discussion things that I like to cover. It takes 20 to 25 minutes to walk you through the process of learning transcendence meditation, which is what I am currently offering to teach, although I will be offering other techniques in the future. Following the lesson, I also like to have a little bit of time to wrap up and summarize and recap things that are important for you to remember in the days and weeks that follow our lesson as you practice the technique that I teach on your own at home. So I don't like to be rushed, and I don't like my client to feel rushed. So if you are interested in an online meditation class, essentially it's a Google Meets link that I would provide for you, and we would spend between 45 and 60 minutes having a lesson. If you do live in the Annapolis Valley region of Nova Scotia and you're interested in joining me face to face to learn meditation, there are a couple of ways that this can happen. First, if you are interested in learning one-on-one with me without other people, we can do a private lesson. I use a flexible office and classroom space at Be the Change Health and Wellness Healing Center in New Minas. So if you're interested in a one-on-one private face-to-face lesson, I would book an hour of time in their flexible office space, and that's where we would meet. And our lesson again would take between 45 minutes and an hour. The second option is if you would rather come with a friend or a couple of friends or a significant other, then we would book it as a group or a class experience to learn meditation. I currently book around anywhere between 3 and 10 students for a class is a good comfortable number for me and for the space that is available. If you join a class, I do offer regularly scheduled classes once a month at this point, and it is usually the last Saturday of every month on a Saturday morning at 10:30. I'm trying to be consistent with the time of the month and the time of day and the day of the week, just so that it is predictable for people who might be interested. So if you're interested in joining a class, you can check out the Mind Trainer Meditation Facebook page where all the information about upcoming classes is posted. You can email me at mindtrainermeditation@gmail.com, or you can send me a message directly from the Mind Trainer Meditation Facebook page. When I receive contact from a prospective client, I send out a link to a very simple intake form that collects just enough information so that I know how you prefer to communicate with me, and that we can exchange a little bit of information about my payment and privacy policy, and to confirm date, time, and location for a class. I never hold on to personal information in terms of reselling it to other people who might use it for various purposes. The information that you provide to me at Mind Trainer Meditation is strictly for us to be able to easily communicate about an arrangement for a class or private instruction or online instruction. And I will only ever use it to communicate with you for the purpose of arranging instruction. In terms of a typical lesson in a group or class setting, I like to have a few minutes before we begin to just simply talk a little bit about what each client or each student brings of their own in terms of previous meditation experience, interests, and a little bit of time to feel comfortable with one another for a few minutes. I answer any questions that students may have in general. I then like to go over, in terms of the technique, just a few things that will help you understand what it is that you are about to do. I don't like to spend a lot of time lecturing or teaching, so to speak, before we actually try the technique. I believe that learning is best done by doing. So I take just a little bit of time to explain what we're about to do, and I essentially guide the students through a transcendence meditation technique. That's the technique that I am currently offering. Um, it takes, as I said before, between 15 and 20 minutes, usually closer to 20 minutes, to walk through a guided form of this meditation. It is not meant to be a guided meditation in your own personal practice, but as a student learning it and as a teacher teaching it, I verbally guide students through that process so they understand step by step exactly how to do this form of meditation. So we meditate together in a kind of a guided way. Once that meditation is complete, I typically spend 5 to 10 minutes recapping what is important for students to remember about the instruction. Step by step, I answer questions that students may have. I offer to meet with students either online or again in person if they have particular questions or concerns about their practice. Typically, as a follow up to participating in a lesson and instruction with me, I keep in touch with my students via email in the week following instruction to see if there are particular questions or concerns. I also prepare a private YouTube video for my students that is a sort of summary and a recap of what is most important to remember about this form of meditation in terms of what I taught them. And it recaps the lesson. It provides a little bit of information that makes the student feel like they are not alone and stumbling in the dark if they happen to forget one or the other thing about what I have instructed. After all, we do not all have perfect memories. So there is a couple of different ways that students sort of have a little bit of follow up with me. And once a student has learned a meditation technique with me, I, I also offer a regularly scheduled group meditation experience where students who have already learned with me can get together with me on a regular basis to talk about their experience with their home practice of meditation. They can ask any questions that may arise in between sessions with me. And then we meditate together, which is a great refresher and reminder for my students of the technique that they have learned with me. So that is, in a nutshell, at present, a summary of how lessons with me are arranged, what to expect when you come to a lesson, and how follow up from a lesson works. In terms of coming to a lesson, there is nothing that you need to provide or bring with you other than yourself and an open mind to the experience to try something that may be new to you. In the space that I use at Be the Change Health and Wellness, I typically instruct this meditation technique where students are asked to just sit comfortably So whether you choose a chair or a yoga mat or a cushion or a blanket, whatever is most comfortable for you, all of those things are there and you don't have to provide any of those things. If you are at all interested in pursuing meditation instruction with Mind Trainer Meditation, again, please reach out. I can be contacted at mindtrainermeditation@gmail.com. I can be messaged directly through the Mind Trainer Meditation Facebook page. And if you choose to sign up for individual instruction, online instruction, or group class instruction, I will get back to you as soon as possible with all of the details about how that is to be arranged, and we take it from there. I wish you good health, happiness, and peace of mind. Thanks for joining me at Mind Trainer Meditation.